What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Piscean Predator. I'm back with that TPP True Crime Talk. And before we jump into the topic, can you guys do me a huge favor? Smash that like, smash that subscribe for me. Help me get this channel growing. I appreciate you guys so very much. All right, the topic for this video is the Stephan Smith murder. And yes, I'm looking at this as the murder. It's not a mystery case at all. Like, this young man didn't just show up on the road dead by his own will, right? He didn't. He just didn't. So, quick breakdown. Stephan Smith had run out of gas, apparently, and was going to get gas. Now, problem with that is he was going to get gas in the wrong direction, which makes me feel like he might not have been just going for gas, but maybe running from something, right? His injuries are bad. I mean, obviously, it killed him. But, you know, it basically looks like a hit and run. Possibly could have been assaulted with something else, but definitely, at minimum, looks like a hit and run. And I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think that it was just an accidental hit and run. I believe that he was targeted. So whether it was a vehicle that killed him or other objects that may have killed him, I believe he was murdered. Like, that is what it is. Now, most of you all know who Stephan Smith is by now, especially if you follow this channel, or you've been, following the Murdaugh trial, or the Murdaugh saga, as I like to call it, because it's not like it was just a trial, that we went through. We have a man that's been convicted of double murder, murdering his family, right? His son and his wife, Mr. Alex, and his surviving son, Buster. Now, he's how this is tied in, because, see, Stephan was rumored to have had a secret relationship with Buster Murdaugh. Okay? Now, yeah, when that's the first thing that comes out after the murder, like, that's the rumor, and maybe even that rumor might have been rolling around before the murder. You know what I mean? Like, especially now that we know what we know about Alex Murdaugh, it's not a long stretch to believe that, Buster either had something to do with it, or because Buster's relationship, that maybe somebody in the Murdaugh family had this done. And, that'd be a wild speculation. It would. But let's see. What happens, after the murder? Who shows up at the crime scene? Oh, the Murdaugh elders? Alex's brother? For what? Why would they be at a murder scene, a crime scene like that, for no reason? They wouldn't. It's not like they're going to go out of their way to do pro bono work for people like that. Like, just, oh, I heard about this, I'm going to show up at the crime scene? Like, that makes no sense, right? And then what else connects it all together is the fact that Alex's brother went to Stephan Smith's family and basically, after the fact, said, hey, I'm willing to handle this case for free, but I'm going to need you to hand over all your son's social media stuff. And I'm going to need you guys not to talk about it. Like, what? What? Are you serious? What? And this is why I will entertain these speculations, even though they're just rumors, speculations at this point, because the rumors and speculations make more sense than the narrative that they try to push on the whole Stephan Smith case, or Stephan Smith murder. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make any sense. And the fact is, it's making more sense now, right? All those rumors, speculations, they make more sense now. The simple fact that now that Alex is locked behind bars, the family power for the Murdaughs is, like, I wouldn't say zero, but it has been hit. And it's been hit to the point where everybody's coming out and speaking on it now. Everybody's speaking on the affiliations with the family and the rumors and everything. And it's enough to where, okay, and I've seen some people making a mistake of saying that his family had him re-exhumed so that he can be, another autopsy can be performed to figure things out. That has nothing to do with the family. The family from the get-go knew Stephen's family from the get knew that something was wrong. Something was foul play, right? The reason this second autopsy and his body being exhumed is happening, that is 100% because of everybody on the internet, everybody in that local area, like putting pressure out now. They have to do this. There has to be an investigation, right? A full-blown one. And here's the thing, when Alex got arrested, right, and during his whole case, that started up, they started the investigation back up on Stephan Smith. So whatever they found when investigating Alex made them open this investigation back up. And then now that Alex is behind bars and the whole entire freaking worldwide community that has followed this case believes that Buster did this, there's an immense amount of pressure for this investigation to figure it out. So it definitely wasn't Stephan Smith's family saying, hey, re-exhume him. This was the investigation that had to be relaunched from whatever they found during the Alex Murdaugh double murder investigation. So whatever they found there, to me, is what is pushed this investigation harder for Stephan Smith. You know, and that's the only thing that makes sense to me. So you have the family who has never been happy about, you know, the investigation, the first one, right? They always believed that something had happened to them. They pretty much got silenced by the Murdaugh family, like a lot of people do in that area whenever something goes off and they're involved. You know what I mean? Connect the dots. Every time that we have a Murdaugh situation, especially with Alex connected to it, somebody either comes up dead or they find a way to silence it. So that being said, now that Alex is locked up, the power dynamics has totally changed. And whatever evidence they found during the investigation on Alex's double murder, boom, it's getting reopened. Matter of fact, everything that man has been connected to or his family's been connected to is being re-looked into. And it's because everybody in that area is not scared anymore. They're not scared anymore. Nobody's scared of a Murdaugh screwing them over anymore. They're not. So now it's like every grievance, every concern, every speculation, every rumor, everything is being brought out. And dude, if that area's law enforcement wants to save any face and correct the wrongs that were done, they have to investigate these things. So Stephan Smith's investigation being reopened during the Murdaugh trial, Alex's trial, and then now the body being exhumed, that is 100% pressure from the community. The national community, worldwide community, because there's people that are following this Murdaugh saga from all over the place, not just here in the United States. So it makes sense, man. And honestly, I truly believe that family had something to do with this. I can't tell you that Buster did it. I can't tell you that Alex did it, because I don't think that he would. But I wholeheartedly believe that they had something to do with it, and it would not surprise me at all if they had this kid killed. That's just my feeling. I mean, just look at everything we know so far. Just look at everything we know so far. The fact that there's rumors that Stephan Smith and Buster had a relationship, little secret thing going on. The fact that Stephan Smith was killed on this back road, you know what I mean? And he was leaving an older man's house, which is always sus to me. Like, not so much that he had a relationship with the older man going on, but the fact that so many people knew the Murdaugh family. It's like this older man that he might have been having a relationship with. Was this man ever like really, I know he was investigated, but was he ever investigated to see his ties to the Murdaugh family? You know what I mean? Could this man have given the information to whatever family member had this done? Because whoever did it knew where Stephan Smith was going to be. You know what I mean? I don't think they just happened upon him by accident. I think that they got the word that he was leaving a certain house and they knew what direction he would be in, and possibly, just possibly, maybe the whole him running out of gas thing was set up. You know what I mean? Think about it. And I know it's crazy speculation. I don't usually do this, but I'm just saying, think about it. There's all kinds of different possibilities how this could have played out, but going off the things that we know, where Stephan was coming from that night, the rumors of who he was involved with, and the way that this family deals with issues, right? They kill issues or they cover them up. So, I don't know. I just know in those areas with predominant families, some of the cultural norms of today don't fly there. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of your beliefs or not, you know what I'm talking about. That lifestyle for some people just isn't what it is. And especially for somebody like Alex, who probably fancied his sons as being, the guys that were going to take over, the legacy, take over the family, and how could they hold that esteem that high if their own elders in their family are like looking at them like, this isn't good behavior. So that's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. I feel like Stephan Smith was murdered. I feel like there was somebody involved in giving information to whoever killed him. And there's really no convincing me otherwise. There's not. I have no facts. I have no evidence to prove that. But I got a feeling when this investigation's said and done, some of the things that I just covered and said might ring true. Or I could be wrong too. But so far I got a pretty good track record on seeing patterns and just figuring things out before we get the official word on what it is. I'm just good at that pattern recognition and stuff. It's kind of annoying because it ruins movies for me. But anyways, so that's basically just a gist, the rundown of the Stephan Smith murder. And I don't know, man. I don't know how else to feel about it. With everything we've learned up to this point, knowing that there's an active investigation, that tells us, right, that even law enforcement, whether it's pressure from the community or not, they think something's up. They think something's up enough to where they dug this poor boy back up to like reinvestigate his body. And what does that tell us too? That they're willing to reinvestigate and pull him out of the ground to look at his body? That tells me that whoever's in charge now does not believe that investigation, the autopsy, or anything was done right, in my opinion. They're probably worried that there was some type of cover-up, right? Why else would you do it? Why else would you dig this poor kid's body back up unless you thought that the investigation that was done had some corruption behind it? Because like I said, dude, first thing that happens after his death is the Murdaugh, family members, Alex and his brother, show up to the crime scene or seen at the crime scene, and the next thing you know, Alex's brother is offering the Stephan Smith family help pro bono. Come on, guys. It's kind of clear, right? It's kind of clear that, I guess, just in my opinion, it's kind of clear that they had to have something to do with this. This was not an accident. It makes no sense. No sense at all. And I believe that they knew that when this happened, that if they did not jump on it and get a handle on it and cover it up the way that they did, that it would have created an insanely big problem. Because they knew rumors were floating around about Buster and Stephan, right? And then to kill or have a young homosexual boy, show up dead, like the rumors that were connected to him and Buster, come on, man. That shit would have created such a bad situation for that family. And they just did what they do. So, I don't know. No, I kind of do, but you know what I mean? I don't know how it's going to turn out, I guess. I hope that we find out the truth. And I believe that I'm right on what this is. This definitely has to be a murder. I guarantee there's a lot of you that agree with that. But that's what I think. I think that's how it went. I think they had him killed. And I think they had him killed to get rid of a problem because they don't want that type of situation or that type of lifestyle attached to their traditional family and their power and this and that. I just believe that's what happened. I honestly do. And I know it sounds crazy. Maybe depending on where you live, that speculation that I have might sound crazy. If you live out here in the West, that sounds probably crazy. But if you live in a small area where, things are more traditional and alternative type lifestyles don't really fly with the elders in those areas, I think it would make more sense. My speculation would make more sense to you. And see, I've got to live in different areas where there's different acceptance on cultural things like that, like how people be living. So I don't know, guys. That's about it though. That's just quick little overview, and then basically just my opinions on things and why I believe that it is that way. I'm glad people are finally coming out and talking and not being scared of this family and pushing for justice for everybody that's whose body showed up dead that is connected to this family in one way or another. I just hope everybody that's been done wrong by this family sees justice, and anybody that's connected to any of these things that have happened, join Alex in jail for a really, really long time. All right, guys. Well, that's it on the Stephan Smith murder and my opinions on what we know so far. Obviously, if there more stuff pops up, I might not even get to tell you in time, dude, because it's such a hot topic right now that the moment any evidence comes out, it's the big news stations are picking it up. But you know me, regardless if they pick it up or not, I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on it, and yeah, that's what I do. So hope you all have an amazing night, and until next video, it's your boy the Piscean Predator. Much love, you all. Peace.